Networking is overrated. Well, it's literally the easiest Google search in the world to just be like, how are jobs gotten? And it's networking, but okay. Overachievers can get jobs wherever anyway. They're more likely to be able to get some job in a lot of cases, but not necessarily a job they want. And when you do get a job, you don't have a tangle of connections to complicate it. Now, this made me think that this person might be confusing networking with like favors or, like basically not actually being good at being purely based on just who you know, which I do agree does complicate things more, and isn't something I personally condone. Networking, the way that I think of it, is just coffee with cool people. And what I mean by that is networking doesn't have to be miserable, forced conversations with complete strangers that you have absolutely no ties to. The best people to start your networking process with are your work besties, your friends, the spouses of your friends and work besties, and just be like, hey, I'm starting to look around. Do you know of anyone I could talk to? Or like, would you be down to get a 30-minute e-coffee so I can just learn more about your company or your industry, or the sorts of questions that I should be asking. The post this comment was linked to is me encouraging burnt out overachievers to stop focusing so much on sending out just cold job applications and turn more towards networking. And the reason why I encourage burnt out overachievers to do this is because they're very low on energy, they're very low on time. And so I encourage people to put their limited energy into the things that are more likely to lead to a job, which the reality is that is networking. And the way that I encourage people to do networking is by starting with those first degree connections and kind of building out from there. And the book talks about how saying, hey, I'm looking for a job to your friend is not the same as instigating, tapping into your network in that way. But bottom line, networking doesn't have to be as miserable as everyone thinks it does. And by deciding networking has to be miserable, then we discount a bunch of things that are really valid networking, just because we don't think of them as miserable. But if applying for jobs is working for you, then keep on doing it. If that is what is working in your unique life, keep on applying for jobs. But if you've been applying for jobs for months, you've polished your resume, you've polished your cover letter, you have everything down and it's still not working, well, how many more times do you want to run that experiment? Check out the top of my page for my reading list and other resources, and follow if you're burnt out overachiever.